Still pregnant, so I'm doing the Q&A with my mom. And like I said on Facebook, she doesn't live here. She lives in Colorado, which is where I'm from originally. So she's made it out here twice, I think, since I've been married and moved away, which was 3.5 years ago. So the times that we're together are few and far between, and we've never had like moments where we're this much together before. Like these last few days, I mean 10 days or 11 days that she's been here, we've just been hanging out. I don't think we've like ever had that time. Maybe when I was like younger or something.
It's been great.
When I was a baby.
Yes.
It's the last time we've
It's been a very special time.
It has been very special.
I love my beautiful girl.
When I was growing up, my mom and dad were very close to me. Our whole family is really close. Brother, sister. So she's definitely like one of those moms that when my friends would have like problems or issues or whatever, I would like tell her. I think she like knew everything about everything because I was just open and honest with her about everything. All right, Lori. Oh, that's my mom's name, by the way. Her name's Lori.
That's me.
Lori, if there is one thing you hope Shaylee does better than you did as a mother, what would it be?
Ooh. Probably spend more quality time with you.
You spend a lot of quality time with us, though. She worked from home, so we were always with her.
Better, but I always had daycare kids, so I always felt like by the end of the day when they went home that I was just spent, and I felt like I didn't spend enough time with my kids. But I guess I did have them all day. So
yeah, see, I don't think any of us feel like that. That she didn't spend enough time with us, because I feel like she spent a lot of time with us. All right, Shaylee, what is something your mom made a tradition with you that you're passing along to Eden? I guess it's just like the little things, like making every holiday a big deal, and
birthdays, maybe.
yeah, birthdays. I love how, like, I always had like really fun birthday parties because my mom would plan them with me. So all my friends would be like, your birthday parties are the best, because we'd go like all out and stuff. In the beginning, she would like make all my cakes and stuff when I was like younger. So yeah, probably the birthday party thing. And then just the silly things like dancing around the house to weird music, to country twang music. I wish we had video footage of that so we could show you that, because that was funny. Lori, what was Shaylee like as a teenager?
Well, I was always told, watch out, she's almost a teenager, and that's when you're really gonna start going crazy. But she never did go through the teenage years. Not like I did. She was a good kid. I never had any problems with her. She was...
I just used up all your gas.
She kept me busy, put it that way. She was a very social person and had all these Bible study classes and different places she was always going, so I was always taking her somewhere almost every night. And I used to get grouchy about it sometimes, but she'd say, Mom, someday you're going to be sad that you can't do this.
I did say that?
Yes.
I remember saying
that. It's very true.
Yeah, I'd be like, the most random things ever, like, Mom, you gotta drive me to school for musical practice at 7 in the morning, stuff like that. She would always do it, because I was afraid of driving, so I didn't get my license until I was 18. I didn't get my license until I was 18.
I know that.
Oh, well, I usually drove your car, I just didn't have a license. I don't even think I had a permit, so I'm pretty sure it was totally legal.
And she always wanted to go to New Life Church, and that was like way across town, like 20. Well, it's really not that far, but it always seemed like it.
Yeah,
5 minutes.
It's funny because places in Colorado Springs, if it's like a 20-minute drive, it feels like an eternity. But here in Florida, it's like that's typical to get anywhere.
Shaylee, come on! But I'd always.
Yeah, so I made her take me to the furthest church possible. That's where I ended up meeting David later.
I don't think I said no very often to you, but it was never for. That's just because she was a good kid, so.
Angel. Just kidding.
And how do you say no when she wants to go to church? Come on, mothers.
What did you think about me getting married at 19?
That was hard. You know, we wanted her to wait, but at the same time, she knew what she wanted and felt like nothing was going to change that. So I think the hardest part is just knowing that she was leaving us and moving to Florida the day after she got married.
Literally.
Yeah.
It was like, I got married on a Saturday and then moved to Florida on a Sunday. That was really hard. Shaylee, will you be cloth diapering? Probably not. I kind of planned on it, but there's kind of a lot involved. Maybe I will eventually if I realize I can save. I mean, I know I could save money doing it, so maybe I will one day, but it's just very time consuming.
I did cloth diapers with her for a short time.
You did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't know that.
Really? Oh, it was a pain. It was a
Really?
pain. I don't know how they are now, but back then they had those pins, and they said that they're so much more comfortable for babies, and it wasn't, because then they had to have these plastic pants over them, and you're like, how can this be comfortable? And the pins jabbing into them. I mean, not the actual pin, but the ends. And like rinse them out in the toilet, and no. We didn't do it very long. A couple months, maybe.
Lori, how far along were you when you went into labor with me? With me, Shaylee. What was the experience like of giving birth?
She's asking me all these questions about this stuff, and it's been so long ago I don't really remember things. I know I was late. I think I was 10 days late with her. But I was in the hospital a few times along the way, like when I was 6 months pregnant, and I think another time after that because of premature contractions. What was the question? I'm getting off track.
How far along were you when you went into labor? So like 10 days past your due date?
Yeah.
It's really crazy because we found out we were pregnant like in the same time frame, and my birthday is April 12th,
Yeah.
and Eden's probably going to be born on the 11th if she gets induced tomorrow. So, or if I get induced, she's not going to get induced.
And I believe my first due date was April 2nd.
Yeah, and my second due date was April 3rd, I think. What day did you find out you were pregnant?
What day?
Yeah, didn't you say you remember the day? It was like July.
No, it was August.
August 1st, didn't you say?
August 4th. Something like that. I think it was.
And I found out on July 30th, I think. So it's kind of funny because like we got to go through the same thing. Like I'm like in her position 23 years later, having April babies. It's kind of cool. Oh, what was the experience like with labor?
With labor?
Yeah, what was your experience like in the hospital?
Well, the cord was wrapped around her neck, so I had to have a C-section. And that was not fun because they told me I wouldn't feel like I'd feel like I wasn't breathing, but I really was. So I was laying there thinking I was dying because I couldn't feel myself breathing. And her dad was like standing right over me with this big smile on his face, and I kept telling him I couldn't breathe, and it was like he thought it was funny. And it wasn't a good experience. Afterwards, it was all worth it.
Do you remember how long you were in labor for?
No, I don't.
Trying to test her memory. She doesn't remember.
I don't think it was that long because I don't know how they knew that the cord was wrapped around, but then they took me in right away.
Shaylee, since you live in Florida and your family lives in Colorado, how will you divide the holidays? Will anything change with how often you see your family now that you have a little one? I don't know. I haven't really figured out the holiday thing yet. Because his parents live here, David's parents live here, but his brother and sister-in-law live in New York, so sometimes they come down for like New Year's and stuff. So it's kind of hard to plan it. I think we're just going to take it like a year at a time. But as far as seeing them, I don't think it's really going to change. I'm actually hoping to get there more, like in the first 2 years since she flies for free. Hoping that I can get there like every 4 months or something. I do photography too, so when I go to Colorado, I usually like get a few gigs or whatever. So then I have like some of my plane ticket covered. And I'm doing a wedding in June in Colorado, and I was actually paid for, so pretty cool. I don't think anything's going to change. I probably will.
I mean, if we had our way, we'd come to visit more often. But, you know,
Money doesn't grow on trees.
It all depends on the financial situation, as we all know.
Yeah. Lori, what is one trait of yours you hope you have passed to Shaylee in regards to parenting?
Basically just being a selfless person and just putting your kids' needs before your own. I believe that's what makes a good mother. I always tried to do that.
Still do. What about faults or flaws that you hope I won't have? That you had, I guess. I guess we kind of already did that.
Flaws. Yeah, I guess we kind of did. Oh yeah, there's a lot of flaws. I wasn't a perfect mother, I know that. No one's perfect though.
No one.
Maybe yelling. I probably yelled too much. I never really had to yell at my kids though. When I think back on it though, it's, I always had daycare kids in the house, so that was part of it. So they always had to share me, but in a lot of ways, at least I was home with them, so that was important too.
Yeah. Shaylee, are you afraid Eden will love your mother-in-law more than your own mom, knowing your mother lives far away? No, not really. Not really afraid of that, because we're gonna Skype a lot and call a lot. I know that she's gonna know who they are too, because all you have to do is show your kid a picture of them every day and be like, look, this is Grandma and Grandpa. We're actually talking about one of these crafts I saw on a website once. You get a cookie sheet and you spray paint it, and then you just get pictures of family members and put them on magnets and you cut them out. You make a storyboard. I thought that was really cute, creative, things like that.
So she'll have little magnets of us, and she can say, Grandma, Grandpa.
And then the whole reason why I wanted to start this whole YouTube journey in the first place was for my family and friends that live far away that I don't see on a daily basis. They're able to catch up. My mom knows all this stuff about my pregnancy that she probably wouldn't have known if I didn't make all these videos.
Yep.
So
all technology definitely helps.
And it'll be nice, when I get to record videos of her all the time and stuff, they'll be up to date with everything. So no, I don't really think there's gonna be any of that. What's Eden gonna call her grandmas and grandpas? Probably grandma and grandpa.
Whatever she wants to call us. I'm not gonna make her call me any certain thing. I'm not ashamed to be a grandma. I'm excited about it, so. Well, maybe not Granny. Just don't call me Granny. But other than that, yeah.
I know, it's funny because I'm just thinking I call my grandma because all my grandma and grandpas are still alive. My mom's parents are alive and my dad's parents are alive still, which is really rare. But I call them Grandma and Grandpa Logan and Grandma and Grandpa Mosier. So I'm what are my kids gonna call you, Grandma and Grandpa Logan? Well, then what am I gonna call my Grandma and Grandpa Logan?
Great Grandma and Grandpa Logan.
That's too long. Great Grandma and Grandpa Logan. That's
Well, that's what they are.
Just call them Great Graham Crackers. Lori, how many kids do you hope Shaylee has?
I hope Shaylee and David have at least 2 children, because I think that's important to have 2 growing up together. I think it's good to have either a brother or sister. So.
Well, we'll see. Shaylee, how did you find out you're pregnant and symptoms? Just was really sick, and then I started craving Taco Bell, and I hate Taco Bell. That's how I knew I was pregnant. And how did you find out you were pregnant, and what were your symptoms?
I was at the carnival, and I went on this ride, and I got so sick, and I usually never did back then, so I thought that was kind of weird. But yeah, mostly just being very nauseous, vomiting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's pretty much what we had in common, I think. Very sick. I mean, she was sick with all 3 of her pregnancies. So, and then I was pretty sick too, so maybe it's a genetic thing or something. But then her mom had great pregnancies, or she wasn't sick at all.
Yeah.
So who knows?
You can't go by that.
It's really weird. How do you cope with the waiting part?
Is that for me or her?
I know. She's do you even have a baby in there? Where is it? I don't know if she's ever going to come out. But
I was hoping to be able to spend more time with the baby, but it's also been a great bonding time for us too.
Yeah.
So it's been a very special time.
my dad and my sister are coming tomorrow, and like my dad was joking around for like the longest time, like, oh, she's probably gonna wait for us, haha. And I was like, yeah, that's so funny. But now it's actually happening. And she really is waiting for them. So there's really nothing you can do about it. Just,
even though we've tried everything.
Every single thing. Except the castor oil. Because people keep asking me about that. And no thank you. I don't think I really want to do that. And I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I'm done trying to like make more. I just want to like relax at this point, because I've been like pushing myself to go into labor and it's like not working. So yeah. Sometimes I just have to pray, because that's the only thing that will get me through.
I think that's a lot of it right there. She kind of just has a peace. I mean, she's had her hard moments, but she's never broke down like I did. She's been a real trooper.
The first time they told me I was gonna get induced last week or whatever, I almost cried, but I didn't even get induced. So, but other than that, it's just been kind of like whatever. There's not really anything you can do about it. They kind of come when they want to come. So.
We just know that it's all in God's plan, and it'll happen when it's time.
Mm-hmm. How did your pregnancies relate and differ? Well, we just kind of said that. How are they different, though? I didn't have contractions at 6 months.
Yeah.
And my water hasn't broken. And hers did.
Yes, it did.
With all her kids.
That's how I knew.
So what the heck? How come mine won't break?
With all three of them.
Wish mine would break.
But I had premature contractions all the way through my pregnancies as well. And I don't think you've had those, right?
No, I think she had it worse than me. Shaylee, what are some symptoms or effects of pregnancy that no one warned you about or that you weren't expecting? Any similarities to unique symptoms with your mother? I would say... No, I knew the smell thing was going to happen, but I would say that being an emotional disaster, for sure. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. Maybe it's just me. But I didn't know I was going to be like freaking out. Sorry, that was my phone. I didn't know I was going to be freaking out over everything and just feeling like crap. I don't know. I guess everything. Even though my mom told me about her pregnancies growing up, I just kind of assumed pregnancy was like this really easy thing or something. Not easy, but like...
Because you see the movies where they're just like, oh, I think I'm having my baby.
Oh, my water just broke. It's like, it's just not like that. Lori, what are your thoughts and feelings on your baby having a baby?
It's a very neat experience. Very special. I'm excited.
Me too.
It's just very neat. You know, that it's just the generations just keep going down.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool. Like, she had a girl in April. Now I'm having a girl in April. Mm-hmm. Now Eden has to have a girl in April. No pressure. Just kidding. But yeah, I found that kind of cool that our pregnancies were very similar, you know.
And since I've been here, I keep thinking about my mother and just how she was with me when I was pregnant, and I just keep reminding myself of my mom, and that's a neat thing. She was always, you know, a good friend of mine and very lovable, and I don't know, I just keep thinking about that.
Yeah, they have a really good relationship. My grandma and my mom have a good relationship. We have a good relationship. My sister and my mom have a good relationship. So I'm excited to have a daughter to share things with. I actually don't know what I would do with a son. That'd be kind of weird.
Oh, you'd know plenty.
Girls just make more sense. But yeah, okay. That's the end of our questions. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And you'll be seeing my mom around here and there. Well, you're going to see lots of footage of her when I'm finally going to labor and have a baby, but she's in Colorado, so...
Seeing our beautiful Eden here soon.
Yep. And you go home on the 16th, so we have a week left.
Yep.
So we're just going to make the best of it. Alright, I'll see you guys when I have a baby. Bye.
Bye.